Hello everyone. Hope you all can see me and I'm visible to you all and I'm audible to you all. If it's so, you can tell me in the comment section. Okay. Uh, Fine. So today what we'll be doing is we'll be studying about this thing, auto layouts and components and icon libraries and all, the branding of our project. So let me open my Figma. Hope you all must have already downloaded your Figma files. I would love to know if you people have downloaded your Figma files on your computer and have gone through the last assignment we did in the comment section. Okay, that's great. Fine, so I'll present my screen now. Hope my screen is visible to you all. Just let me know in the comment section if it's visible to you all. Okay, that's great. Fine. So this was something we did last time. We discussed about the shapes, the frame, the textiles, these pen, pencil, and all the plugins we can use. Okay. So today we'll go through with our auto layout part. How do we make a component and how do we make a layout? The how to simplify our design actually. Okay. So this is our frame. Here we will draw some shapes. We'll take this as our wireframe. Okay. So you can see we have these different shapes. Okay. These all are of different width and length. Length is the same, but the breadth of the shapes are different. We'll select them all. We'll do the right click and we'll do group selection. You can also do Control plus G if you're using Windows. So you do on group selection. Now your thing is grouped. Go here in the this right panel. Okay. Here you can see frame. So click on frame, and now you have this frame. Now you can click on auto layout. Okay. So your design is auto layouted. Okay. Now we want gaps to be 100. Now all the gaps are 100. Okay. Now we want it to be 20. We can do it 20. If we want these two to have a gap of 100, we'll group it. We'll press on auto layout and we'll do it 100. Okay. Now I want the gap between these two and this should be 50. I'll group it. I'll click on auto layout I'll do 50. Okay. So now I hope you people know how to do this grouping and auto layout part, right? Okay. Next is if uh, we have this shape, we'll make a copy of this, another copy of this. Okay. Now I want these three also to be auto layouted. We'll do this. Click on auto layout. Click. If you can see auto layout mein here you have okay, I'm gonna do this. Uh, Bottom arrow and the right arrow, this which says vertical layout or horizontal layout or wrapping up. So if you have a horizontal layout, it will look like this. If you have a vertical layout, it'll look like this. So in this one, I want a horizontal layout, right? I'll increase the frame size. I have this. I want this to be also horizontal layout. I want this to be vertically, but I want this to be vertical. So you see now, right? Now, okay. Uh, Now this was for horizontal and vertical layouts. Now I want to see what this wrap one does. So if I click on wrap, so what it'll do is I'll click on frame. If I'll do this and I'll do this, it'll wrap it up. It'll automatically get your screen layouted. So this comes handy when you want to make your design responsive. uh, like you want to make a responsive design for website and for mobile together, you use this wrapping auto layout tool. Okay. Next thing. Okay. Now we have another frame. Okay. Now we learn how to create buttons. Okay. You've used buttons and all, right? So I'll use a text. I'll type button. Okay. I'll increase the font size. Fine. Now what I'll do is I'll press on Control plus G, or you can just go here and do group selection. Click on auto layout. Now the padding I want on the sides is 24 pixels and top and bottom should be 12 pixels. Now what I'll do is go on fill. Okay. I'll go on fill. I'll give my button a blue color, light blue color. Okay. Or we can go on a darker shade and give the text white color. Okay. Now I'll give it a curved shape, say 8 pixels. Okay. Now I have a button, right? So this is my primary button. So we have three types of colors or elements or everything actually. Those are primary, tertiary, secondary and tertiary. So primary is the one which is most used. The one you will be using to highlight, and that will be your CTC. Your CTA, sorry. And the main, or say the thing you want people to grab major focus on, like the headings you have, the buttons, the call to action buttons, CTA buttons, and you can say the major highlighted part you have. So they will contain our primary colors, primary elements. Okay. Secondary elements are those which use those warm colors like black, gray, white, those normal colors which we use in our general text, the paragraphs we have, or the subheadings we have. Uh, the icons we use and all. Okay. Tertiary is the one which is like you have a background, you can use it there, or you want to highlight, say, the success mode of something, or the say you have those red and green colors, right, which shows success or danger, right, and yellow the warning color, right. So we have such colors. So we use tertiary for that, which we don't want to grab the major focus, but we want them to be there. Okay. So here we are using blue as a primary button color. We'll give more to it. Now we'll add icons here. I want to add this. Okay. I'll drag it and drop it here. Okay. Say these are my icons. Example, I want to use, so what plugin I ask you to use? Icons 8 or icons out, right? Abhi we are using icons 8. Here I'm selecting white color. Dimension should be 100 out of 100. I'll use this bookmark. Okay. Next icon I'll use is search icon. Why I asked you to use icons out? Because you will get the SVG files. Here you only get the PNG files if you have the free version. Okay. So we have the button with us. Okay. Now I want this is auto layout. Now I want to make a component out of it. Okay. I'll do the right click, create component. Just give me a minute. I'm just getting a call. Hope I'm audible and visible again. So you have this button. You will click on this. I'll do it again. You will right click on it. You will do create component. Okay. We did create component. Now I have this property section here. Firstly, I'll name my button as button, or say my primary button. Or we can just name it button. Now I have this property section here. I'll add a property. Okay. Before adding property, I'll click on this text. Now if it's visible to you, I'll go and click here, this layer option. If you can see, I'll click on here. I'll click show text. Okay. Next I'll do this here. On text section, we have a arrow type of thing here that says create text property. Okay. I'll do this text. Okay. Now I'll go to button. these icons, and I'll go on click on uh, uh, right icon, okay, and left icon, okay. Now I have this. If you see here, right, your properties are mentioned here, right? Now what I'll do is I'll click on here, I'll copy and paste it here. So now this is my component. You can say the sub component which I've used here. This was my main component. You say na, if you do coding, then you use the say master branch and the children branches, right? It is similar to that. So now this is the component I'm using. This is a major component, and these are the copies of the component I'm using. Okay. So if I click here, now I can edit the text right away. I don't have to dig deep and click here. Okay. I can just edit the text here, primary. Okay. If I want to show the text, I can show it. If I just want the right icon, the left icon, or if I want the right icon, if I don't want any icon, okay. So this is the way you can simplify your designs. Now the thing is, I'll make uh, I'll make more copies of it here, right? Okay. I'll this primary two and primary three. Okay. Now I have given different names to these. What if I've used this button in various slides of my design? Say I have to design an application and I've used this button everywhere. Now what if my boss or my client says that you have to change the color of the button to red instead of blue? So what I'll do is I'll go to the main component instead of going to the sub components. I'll go to the main component. I'll change the color to red. Okay. Now whatever color you do will be changed in all of the components you're using. So you don't have to bother about going to each and every slide and changing the color. So it will be your time saver, right? Next, what if I want to change the font style here? This is enter, right? I want it to be Poppins or this uh, or say this mochi pop one. Okay. Now it will be changed in every one of them. Okay. So this way it will be your time saver. Fine. Now what if my client wants I have to add another text here. So what I can do is this text here. So they will copy all of them. Okay. So you just have to make the main component. You have to copy it in every design of yours, and you can just change the main component if you want to change the whole design. Right. Next is this is my button. Now I want to create uh I'll put them here. Now I want to create a variant of this button. Okay. I'll click on this properties section and the variant one. I'll click on plus. I have another variant. So this is my default one. This will be my over one. Okay. This will be my uh the property here I'm using is the say type of button we are using, or say um, the action of the button. Okay, so this is my default, this is my hover. I want another variant. This will be my click, or say active button. Okay, so I'll change the color of hover to a lighter shade or a darker shade. Firstly, I'll change the color to lighter shade. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll prototype it. So go to prototype, click on this button, click on this plus icon. If you can see the small plus icon, drag it to here, do it on while hovering. Okay, then on click. Okay, now we'll use this button. We'll prototype it. Okay, so here we have this button. This was our hover state, this was our default state, and this was the clicked one. So this is my hover. Okay, just a mistake I made here is while clicking one, this one. On click here it won't come, here it will come on click. Okay, so I have this. This is my hover state. If I want to click it, this is my clicked state. Fine. So in Figma, you can just prototype it, how your animation will look. I want to edit hover one. I want it to smart animate. Okay. You see the difference here, right? Okay. So now this is a button. Okay. Now here I want another variant of it. Okay. The property now will be the type of button. Okay. So here is my another type of button. Now the action was default. The type here will be secondary. Okay. This will be this will be type will be primary. Here also primary. Okay. This is secondary. Now I want variations of it here, here. I want variations of this one. Okay. So our secondary colors were gray color or black colors and all, right? I'll go with gray. The overstate will have a darker gray and it will have the black shades. Okay. Now I want another style of this one. I want another variant of this. Fine. Here it is. This is my danger button. Okay. So now our danger colors are red color and it shades. Okay. So this is my red color button. Okay. Now I want success buttons. Success color is green. Now we'll correct our prototype. Okay. Okay. So now we have these four types of button. This is our primary button. This will be our secondary button. This will be our danger button and this will be our success button. So here I can select the mode type of button. Okay. And even I can select the active state or anything here. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll prototype. Okay. Now here it is. Okay. Fine. So we have these type of buttons. So do you have any doubts in this buttons? How to make them? Anybody? Uh, okay. Okay, great. So we have no doubts with this one. So we've learned to create auto layout part and the buttons part. How to create buttons, right? In this similar way, we can create many things. Uh, Say the text area where you input your text. Okay, I'll show it to you. Right. So we will take a text. We'll group it, we'll auto layout it, we'll give the size, we'll fill it with white, give a boundary to it. Okay. Now we'll create a component of it. This is our input area. Okay. Now I'll create a variant of it. Before that, we'll do this. The text. Okay. We have created the component. Now we'll create a variant of it. Our first variant will be default action. Our second variant will be uh, the hover part, and our third variant will be the active part, and our fourth variant will be the filled part. Okay, when we are inputting it, now if you saw it, so uh, as we had the property of text, so if I change it here, so in everything it will be changed, right? So instead of this, I would select the whole part. I would remove the text property so that I can edit any text. Fine. The hover part will have a darker outline, and it will be filled with something. Okay. And the active part will be like this. We'll have another part that is disabled. Okay. The filled part will be like this. The disabled part will be the one where you cannot edit the text. If you have seen there are places where you cannot edit the text. So it will be our that part. So here you go. Fine. Now we'll prototype it. We'll select it while hovering on click, right? When mouse leaves it. Okay. So now as we cannot copy it here, Abhi, so we'll do here, we'll search for input area. Okay. This is our instance. We'll put it here so that we can play it and see if it's working or not. right? So we'll prototype this one. Now I have here, this is the thing. I'll check the prototype. We need to change the color a little bit. Okay. Now we have this disabled state. Uh, if you might have used certain applications, there when they ask you for your phone number or email IDs or your name, there are certain places where you cannot re-edit them, right? You can never edit them. Like in my banking stuff, I cannot change my name. Maybe I have to go to the bank or something like that, where I cannot change the name. That is known as the disabled state, right? Rest of the states are normal ones. Fine. I have the default state here. I go here. I click. If I zoom it, I hope it is visible to you that this is the hover state. This one, hover state. And if I'm inputting here something, this is the state. Now I'm done inputting here. So I have the, say, the filled state, right? So now we learned how to make a text area also. Similarly, you can create additional stuff like you have, say, you have a search bar, or say anything like when say control plus. Here you have the search bar, right? You can create it in similar way like this one. Next you can create is next you can create your tool tips. So what is a tool tip? If I click here or say stay here, so if you can see when I'm on this arrow, I have this present type of thing written here. So how this happens is you can show it in Figma also. So here is my frame, right? Here I'm taking another frame. Fine. I'll give it a color, right? Or Now I'll use the text area here, fine. So I've used the text area here. Here I'll do a search instead. Okay. I'm using it here. So I'm doing show icon. I have this search option here. This is my search bar. Okay. Harshit, you just have to go on this prototype part, click on the part you want to connect. You will see this blue colored plus button. Click on it and you can select any frame you want to connect, and you will get the options here how to connect. Okay, this is how you will be able to connect. So I have this search option here. Now I want a tooltip kind of thing. So I'll go a text, get it here, search here. Fine, I'll give 16 font size. I'll do group. I'll auto layout it. I'll give 12 here and 8 here. I'll give it a black background. And the text color, I will be using white here. I will give it a curved shape. I will use 14 font size. Right. Now I will choose a shape here. Last time we learned about this polygon shape too, right? The triangle one. So I'll use it here. I'll give it a color. What I'll do is I'll select both of them. I'll group them. I'll click on auto layout. Now I want -5. So now they are colliding with each other. Okay. I want -6. Okay. So this is my tooltip. Now what I'll do is I'll prototype it. When I'll click on this, it should get me this thing. Okay. On click, when you click on open overlay, it'll provide you, it'll come here. This is a tooltip. While prototyping, open up. On clicking on search, we should open the tooltip. No. I'm clicking on search, it will go to tooltip. Okay, it will animate, it will be instant. Click. So I click on search, it will take me there. Uh, we'll take another design actually. This was a frame now, so if we click on this one, it will prototype to here. Here it is, right? Prototype. If I click here, it will take me to tooltip. It will open overlay. So I will click on manual. So now I want to be here. Okay, and I want the background dull. Now similar thing I'll do here. I'll click here. I'll get the tooltip. Okay. Now I have this. I clicked here. Now I have search here, right? Or one more option we have, like similar to we are uh, here now. So like this, if you want, you can do is instead of on click, you can just here to already hover option is already occupied. So we'll try here. Here instead of on click, do on while hovering. Okay. So play it now. And if you see on all other, I cannot do anything, but here while hovering, it will come here, right? So similar thing, you can do with other also on other elements also. So any doubts till now? No doubts, right? So I hope you people are clear with how to prototype your application. I would suggest you people to play with it, try other types of prototypes also, then make another make this thing, try to make of one of your own, the buttons, the input area. Even when you learn how to make the search area, text area, learn how to make the search part also. It will be similar. If you don't want to put in more efforts, you can just do what I did here. Like I used show icon or don't show icon. So it will convert my text area into search also when the icon is shown, right? So other thing you can try is make a tooltip, right? Um, Next thing is you have those upload options, right? Upload a document type. So you can make similar here. Instead of this one, you can just make it come in center and type here upload document, upload. document with the icon that should come here, that upload document icon. Okay, so you can try similar things with it. And so this is something we will use to create our brand guidelines. So in next class, what we'll do is I will send the names of the libraries you can create in the group if you want. Rest you already know now. So in next class, what we'll do is we'll start making the wireframe of our application or the website we'll be working on. Okay, we'll work on the wireframe and the brand guidelines of that thing. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone for joining today. And please stay consistent so that you people don't miss out anything. And yeah, that's all.